Hey everyone, in this quick tutorial I'm going to show you how you can create your materials in Twinmotion so that you can add two-dimensional primary sources like letters or maps or that sort of thing really easily to your museum. Now admittedly the first step is going to take a little bit of work, but once we get it to work the first time it's a really easy thing to replicate this approach. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to import a object to my scene. I'm going to go to primitives. I'm going to choose this plane right here. And I'm choosing a plane simply because it's flat. It kind of mimics the size of a lot of primary sources we'll see. Now the plane is actually a square, so I think I'm going to stretch it out just a little bit so it's a little bit closer to the dimensions of a map and that sort of thing. I think I would also like to rotate this so that we can see a little bit more clearly, as we would in a museum, what would be on this source. Let me rotate this a little bit more. And let's move this up a little bit as well so it's easier to view. Alright, perfect. Okay, so let's imagine you've got a primary source like a map or a poster that you want to add to this. How do you do that? Well, what we need to do first, and it's a little tricky, is just add any material from Twinmotion into our scene. So I'm going to choose one from the marble and granite section, only because I know it's going to be easy for me to edit. So it doesn't really matter which one I choose, although I think I'll choose one without lines or bricks, just in case those lines and bricks cause a problem for me later. So I think I'll choose this one. I'll click and drag and it appears here. And you'll note that the texture is also down here right now for me, right here. So here's what I can do. If I go to color and I go to more, it takes me to this menu where I can replace the texture. Okay. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to open, and this is going to take me to a dialog box on my computer. I'm going to try and add this image right here. Great. Now you can see a few things. First of all, everything seems to be upside down, so what I think I'll do is I will rotate this image so that it's from the right perspective. That's better. You see that the size isn't quite right. Well, I have a few options here to address that. I can go back here, click on the main texture, and I can go to scale, and I can kind of play with this and get a little bit closer. That's pretty good actually. It's not bad at all. Now if I want to fine-tune this, I can click on these numbers right here. Actually, I think I probably want to go the other direction, a little bit bigger. That's not so bad. Not bad at all. Now you note that it's a little off the top here. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's try that one more time. 0.67. There we go. So I'm going to click on the scene and move a little bit closer to our poster. You can see that we've got that line at the top where the alignment isn't perfect. Well, what I can do to adjust that is if I click more here and go to axes, I can adjust this ever so slightly to try and get it right on. Let me see what happens if I go to 0.01. That's not bad. When we go 0.005, even better. Great. Okay, so there we have it. We have our poster or primary source in our space. So that took a few steps, but there's something we can do now that's going to make it even easier for us to import other primary sources. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click right up here on these three dots, and I'm going to add to my user library. And what that does, it adds our new material to our user library that I can find right here. So there it is. Okay. Now what I can also do is if I click here and rename, I'll just say poster. Okay. So I've renamed it poster. Let me just make sure I've got the right one. There we go. And there we go. Okay. So what this allows me to do is to change this image or change this model to other primary sources really easily because I've already got that alignment set up the correct way. So now if I go to more, and I click on this texture button again. And this time when I click open, I choose another object. Like this time I'm going to go to pictures and I will choose this one. See how it lines up almost perfectly because the two images had the same dimensions. So this really easy step allows me to really easily change those textures. So what I could do is, let's say I wanted to take this plane, copy it over here, paste it. I'm going to copy it as a new copy. If I keep it as an instance, when I change the texture on one object, it'll change on the others as well. So that's why I'm going to switch to a copy. I'll hit OK. I'll move it over here. And if I drag that, right there, perfect. And if I wanted to, I could even save this texture up here as well as new texture. But that's a really easy way for you to add textures of historical artifacts and primary source documents into your museum.